Let me know when the cameras are on so I can start being nice to you. Keep up this charade.
Oh. Well, joke's on you. They've been on the entire time.
Liz, thank you so much for having me. This show is great. I watch every single episode.
Which is your favorite episode?
The one with the white guy. All right, Liv. So, what's on the docket for today? Did I scoop you?
Liv is Liv Tyler. I think you're confused. That's not who I am.
There's nothing in there. All right, can I run upstairs real quick and then run right back down?
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta go take a picture of my ass for Von Miller. It'll all make sense later.
Don't hate that. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to the Spin Zone PFT. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It's super early. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I made it out of bed just for you.
Thank you. You are a gracious and lovely guest.
Thank you.
I hope you brought me a present.
I did, yeah. It's hair tips because my hair is vastly superior to yours. So I've just got a list of ways to tease it, maybe get some curls going in there so that one day you can look as good as I do.
I know that was a dig against me, but guess what? In my blog, I gave you best hair, which you would know if you read my blogs.
It was a great blog.
Guess neither here nor there. Topic number one, Kevin Love opened up to the Players Tribune and talked about his panic attacks and then went on to say that mental health is very important for everybody, and if we feel like we're alone, we're actually not. So PFT, do we care what athletes are going through?
Well, we do care as long as they're also bloggers. So Kevin Love is a blogger. He writes for Derek Jeter. I can imagine that if you're Jeter's subordinate, you probably deal with a lot of mental strain. So I'm totally okay with it. What that tells me is that maybe Jeter's not providing enough for his bloggers to be able to afford mental health treatment, in which case it's a huge indictment. At least after your bloggers are done writing for you, are performing a service for you, Derek, maybe give him a gift basket, give him some signed baseball, something to just kind of take the load off a little bit. But as somebody that also stares at a screen for 40 plus hours a week, I sympathize with Kevin. In the NBA, you have to be plugged into Twitter all the time so you can know how LeBron James is subtweeting you. So he's got to be staring at these screens all day, and that's not good for your mental health.
That was a really tough argument, but at the end of the day, PFT, I don't give a shit what a player is going through. Oh, you're sad with your millions of dollars? You want me to feel bad for you? How dare you? There are people out there that are also sad and really poor. There are people out there that have to have sex with other people just to get a bite to eat.
Gross.
And you know what they do? They walk outside, they suck it up, and they go and suck it to put dinner on the table. I don't want to hear about your complaint, your mental illness. Get out of here.
You make a good point, and that's, what about, are we done? Okay,
No,
we're done there. Okay, we're done, but you do make a good point. What about all the rich people that have mental problems? They deserve some help too. Like if you're a rich NBA player.
They say money can't buy happiness, but I feel like the people that say that, what are you not buying?
That's true. You can buy drugs with it, and drugs make you feel happy.
You can buy people.
I
mean, they can pretend to be your friend. They don't have to be your friend.
You can buy a dog. Just get a dog, get some drugs, make a weekend out of it, and you tell me on Sunday if you don't feel great.
I mean, like, it's really not that complicated.
The other thing is,
shocking.
You don't hear about mental health so much with NFL players, and that's because they're too busy getting concussions. So in sports that have higher concussion rates, what happens is they eliminate your weaker brain cells first. And so maybe if the NBA started to adopt more of like head-to-head hits in combat, then maybe you'd knock some of the depression right out of these guys' heads.
Roger Goodell, what a fucking moron. How could you not think of that? If you want to spin concussions, that's the way to do it. You heard it here first. Thanks, PFT.
Thanks, Liv.
Topic number two, the French government is proposing a new law that states that anybody under the age of 15 cannot give consent for sex. Question here is, in the United States, should we lower the drinking age to 18? PFT.
That's an interesting twist. I think that yes, we need to lower the drinking age to 18 because otherwise, how else are you going to forget about the 15-year-old French chick that you slept with? 15-year-old French chicks, yes, they're hairy beyond their years, which is maybe why they had to enact this law in the first place. You see a 12-year-old girl come out with a full bush under her arm, and you're like, wow, that used to be in most countries good enough as an ID. In France, they start growing them early, so you need to know, okay, there's a cutoff line here. I also think that in the United States of America, if you're 18 years old, you need to be able to get drunk enough to think that buying an AR-15 rifle is a good idea at the age of 18. So how else are we supposed to do that if we can't get loaded?
Basically, in this country, we're doing everything exactly the way we should be doing it. No, you shouldn't lower the drinking age to 18. Teenagers are reckless. Here's some fun facts for you. 1 in 4 teenagers dies in a drunk driving accident. 17 out of 25 teenage women end up pregnant before the age of 18. Is that what we want? We want a bunch of dead pregnant people out there? No, let's not lower the age of drinking. Let's keep it as is and keep people unpregnant and alive.
Unpregnant.
Unpregnant.
The absence of pregnancy.
Yeah.
You can't be halfway
Have you ever had an abortion?
Personally,
Yeah,
I've had several million abortions if you count my sperm. So yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
All my little swimmers.
Well, you don't know. Well, you don't really know if they're swimmers. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
They might be sinkers. No, there's no way to tell.
Would you kill yourself if you couldn't have a kid?
No, I think I would try to live longer. Get to have more sex.
That's
Consequence-free sex.
But
that's what the name of the game is.
But if you're disease-ridden, then there's not really consequence-free for the other person.
That's true, but for me personally, it would be consequence-free.
I mean, I'm not saying that
It's
you
like-
do have AIDS,
no.
but I'm also not saying that you don't.
STDs
I don't know
and-
I don't know what you do in your free
In
time.
my mind, STDs are like collect them all. You know, you get them all first, be the first on your block, and then that way you can't get any more.
Do you get a prize?
Shoot the moon. Oh yeah, you get a lot of, well, you get a hefty medical bill.
All right, topic number 3. People are leaving San Francisco faster than any other city in the country because apparently it's extremely expensive. The thing here is that U-Haul has gotten in on this, and now U-Hauls are over $2,000 to rent to leave. So people are trapped in San Francisco. PFT. Are homeless people on the up and up now?
Yeah, homelessness is back. You can do anything if you're homeless. You can be general manager of the Cleveland Browns. You can write a hit album out of the back of your van, even though you have a snaggletooth. You can do anything that you want if you're homeless in this day and age. In fact, I think that San Francisco is doing this the right way. They're flashing back to the 1960s, where they just had an entire city full of people that didn't really have anywhere to stay. Eventually, it's going to turn into a cultural phenomenon, and then there's going to be consequence-free sex, and then a lot of babies are going to come around, and they're going to screw up the economy in 2060. So I think we're on the right track.
Well, I can't think of anything I would rather be than a homeless man, except everything in the entire world. I would rather be a garbage man. I would rather be, I don't know, a children's clown entertainer. I would rather be an internet commenter. Anything other than a homeless man.
No one says you can't be both.
This shirt does give the illusion that you are a homeless man.
You know what I like?
That color is like,
Yeah.
it's
You know,
the color of, I don't have any money, but I found this on the street.
Well, it's the color of like, is that sweat and dirt, or is that just how the shirt came?
That's what I'm saying.
And this, I purchased.
Have you worn it 20 times without washing? Probably.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like this when I got it. So is this a time where I pretend to give you a gift because we act like we're grateful to be on your show? Is that what happens?
Oh, well, I thought we were going to talk a little more about
Oh, yeah, let's talk. I'm really
let's
interested.
Just cut to, my feelings are a little hurt. Let's just cut to the chase here. I mean, we are going to Austin together this weekend.
Keep
No
roasting
big
my
deal.
shirt. That was
but
a lot of fun for both of us.
yeah, no big deal. We're spending the weekend together, but I guess we won't be hanging out at all in
You
Austin.
might want to bring your own U-Haul so you can make sure to get out of town.
Well, you know.
Okay, yes, I do have a gift for you. This is a very part of my take gift. It's a lukewarm can of Bush. So that is the official greeting of part of my take. We don't say it anymore. We don't say the SMD thing anymore. We just hand somebody a can of Bush, and there's no expectation on you to drink it, but you should probably drink it.
Well, kindly place your Bush on my shelf.
You know how it's, they call it Movember? Well, it was Pubuary last month, so just let it grow for awareness.
Well, you did just take some nudes for a certain football player. I'm not going to mention any names
Fired
here,
off
but-
some nudes.
But you did leave to go take some
Had to
ass
go to
pics.
went to the
and-
bathroom. Now, when it comes to nudes, do you like the take it in the mirror back at yourself move, or do you like the angle of?
Yeah, I like the up angle. It tells me that you're trying really hard and you really it requires artistic skill.
I don't like the front-facing nude because it just tells me that you're too poor to have a camera that has a lens on the other side. Like the mirror shot, it's like, come on, at least hit the button, make it come back around towards yourself.
But see, the mirror shot makes the dick look pretty small. Like at least this way you can't really see the penis at a certain angle, so it gives the illusion that maybe it's bigger than it actually is, and it makes me excited.
Well, I think that you actually hit the nail on the head when you say that it makes the penis look relatively small, because that's my excuse whenever I say it. No, it's the angle. It's because I took it off a mirror.
I don't think that we're going to agree on. Just don't send me any nudes unless you're going to do it my way.
No nudes.
We'll see you tomorrow.